What? Because I started talking shit and he closed off.
That's normal.
He just shut it off. He was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm
Yep.
done.
I had things to do.
Yeah.
I want to hear about
I'm
Indy.
out.
Yeah.
You want to hear about Indy from me?
But not during this. Obviously, we want to focus on Georgia State, not that other game.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Last Call. We're talking about Tim's favorite team, UGA.
It's gonna be fucking cold. That's all I know.
Well, thank God it's an indoor stadium, right?
It is, but then like all the other events are outdoors. So I'm like,
well, and also it can open, right? It opens like this.
I don't. They're not opening it. Come on.
It opens, doesn't it? And it stays square, like the square things. Like I can't make my arms do it.
I think it also in the end zone opens too.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Like there's like doors on the one side that open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're not gonna open that shit. It's like 20-something degrees.
No. Yeah, no. So we went up there for went to a wedding in Dayton, and I'm like, I'm not staying in fucking Dayton. So we flew into Indy. We stayed in Dayton one night, the wedding night, and we drove back to Indy for a day. We had the absolute best time. We stayed right outside of Lucas Oil. Okay. And the bar scene over there is fantastic. They got some breweries over there, at least one brewery over there. And I just had an absolute blast. Even at one point, I think Kim dipped off and went to go hang out or do something on her own. And I went to the brewery by myself, and we got back together an hour later. We had a blast. Both of us had a great time.
I did scope the brewery that's close to the stadium, so we're gonna hit that.
It's definitely more of a brew pub than a brewery. Like they make their own beer, but it's also a restaurant and everything. But it's cool.
Nice. They got good places like that everywhere now. No, it's
yeah, but this was like 8 years ago though, so I've got no idea how it's changed. So this was I can't remember. I can't remember if we were married or not yet. But yeah, it was far enough long ago that like we were like, all right, when the Falcons play there, we're going to come up to that play. When the Falcons with the Colts were coming up, and we knew it was like 8 years out or something. And then 8 years goes and come by, and we're like, oh, now we have kids, and that's expensive and hard to do, and so we did not make it out there. Yeah, and my wife is watching right now, and she wants to reiterate that she danced on the bar.
On
Sunday in Indianapolis.
Was that when she was away from you? She went off to some bar.
I actually was there. I was there when she danced on the bar.
Okay,
I was there when she danced on the bar. So no, we had a great time. I think you'll have a lot of fun there. Obviously, being a national championship, they'll have all kinds of shit going on. It'll be a good time. But
I hope the game sucks. I hope it's like a really boring game and Georgia just destroys Bama.
Oh yeah, yes, please.
I feel like that'd be a very entertaining game to you, Ryan.
No. I need it to be boring. It's one of those things where it's like you want your team games to be boring and you want to win, and it doesn't matter. You don't want them to be good games.
So Georgia is your team.
Georgia's my number 2 team.
I want Georgia to win. I don't really care about the outcome, but I would prefer Georgia to win.
Yeah.
I root for all universities from Georgia.
Are you going to be in support if Georgia State tweets in support of Georgia?
It depends how they do it.
Stirred up everyone in the national.
If they win a national championship, I'm not going to be upset about that.
Everyone got so upset about it. And it's just like, you know what? Calm down. It's not that big a deal. It's not like Trash Down South did something and they congratulated them or whatever. But it's fine.
Now, if they did that, it would be over.
I would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, we have a fucking trophy.
No way.
There's over no here way. Talking about how much better we are than them, and now you're congratulating them. No.
There is no way we would do something that was not some kind of tongue-in-cheek type thing. Like
yeah. They would be like the bottom top 1, bottom 10 or something.
We're just happy you had enough players that cleared the STD protocol to be able to play the game.
That's
Way
right,
to go,
that's
guys.
Right. We're
that's
excited
awesome.
that they were. Exactly.
We're glad there wasn't any drunken driving incidents with buses and people on top of cars, swag surfing or whatever the hell that's called. But yeah.
I want to go to this bar that your wife danced on top of.
It
It's
was
not still
a
there, Tim.
I just can't quite picture
honestly
that.
the way that bars go here and there is probably not there anymore. But it was one of
Probably
those
not.
it was one of those coyote. It was not Coyote Ugly, but it was one of those Coyote Ugly style bars where like that's encouraged that the bartenders themselves and the patrons get up there and dance. So
It could be a White Castle now. Who knows?
I'd be down for some White Castle.
There's a White Castle a block from the stadium. I don't know. That might be
I
an
bet that
after
place
game.
that place has got to get slaughtered after a game. There's no way.
Wasn't the
There's no
White
way.
Castle where the LSU or Alabama fan assaulted the LSU or Alabama fan?
Yes.
It was like a Crystal or a White Castle, right? Same
It's
same
Crystal
place.
or White Castle in New Orleans, I thought, right?
There's a big
Yeah.
difference. There's very little difference in White Castle and Crystal, but there's a big difference in Crystal and White Castle.
No, I
Like-
know, but that is the place where one team fan teabagged another team fan in public.
Fantastic.
I'm just saying, like, it's a classy place.
I can
Full
go
of
for some White
classy
Castle
people.
right now.
Full
I
of
can go for some
classy
White Castle
people.
right now.
Is Crystal
Why don't we have
classier or
White
White
Castle?
Castle?
Crystal
Why don't we have White Castle in Jordan?
Crystal is the place that I have peed in public more often than any other place.
I like me some Crystal. I don't give a shit about that crap. Like,
No, I mean it's fine.
I
I've
don't
been
like
there a
fast
bunch
food
to have
in
eat
general.
there a bunch.
I don't like fast food in general, but some days I need a colon cleansing, and only Crystal will do. It is shink right out there, and I eat a lot of Taco Bell, but Crystal does it to you. Crystal's
yeah.
the jam. I love it. I love it.
Charge extra for that.
That
No,
colon
they
cleanse
got expensive. They got expensive. They used to be like 10-cent little burgers and crap. And I'm not talking about from the 1950s. I mean from like the 1980s. Crystal used to be cheap as fuck, and they're expensive now. Now you get like a 4-cheese Crystal combo. It's like $12. I'm like, what the hell?
Damn.
I was like sort of okay with them when they had the spicy chicks, but they don't have spicy chicks anymore.
Why would you ever not? Why would you take spicy stuff away? Spicy's always the best.
I know, and spicy chicks are delicious.
I agree.
Some cheese. Put some cheese on that bitch. What?
Oh yeah. Why do you add? Why do they add like 20 cents per slice of cheese? Come on, that burger is barely the size of my like toe.
Yeah, that's fine.
20 cents for cheese? Wow.
I don't know. I'm making up numbers at this point. I'm just ready to get off this conversation and get to something else that's like more
Well, then
relevant.
do it, man. Stop talking about it.
All right,
Do
what are you
it.
talking about? What's going on?
I know, but now I'm hungry and I want some Crystal burgers. Like
I had Baraka shawarma.
Well,
And they
Kim
won't
might
deliver-
send you.
You can't get like a single combo delivered to you. You can only get party packs delivered. You can only get like 20 Crystal, and I'm like, you only need 16. Man, that's too many.
Just give some
Couldn't
away.
share. 4 of them to the kids.
Kids are asleep. At least they should be. So
Throw 4 away.
Grayson McCall is coming back. I think this may have been news before we did last week's episode, but I didn't see it till today. But Coastal's
Really?
legendary quarterback is coming back for another year.
Yeah, he wants to beat us. That's why.
He wants to have the record. He's tied with us right now. He wants to actually have the record of beating us.
I mean, he
Pretty
probably knows what his NFL prospects are and was like, it's not great. So, I'm good here, but I'm not going to be good there. And so I'll keep playing.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I was surprised to see him coming back. I thought that he was definitely off. I don't know if it's a quarterback rich class. I don't think it's a quarterback rich class this year. I haven't really heard about a lot of guys.
I don't know. But you're right. He's got to be good enough to get on a scout team somewhere and make, 6 figures.
Isn't there going to be
think he's good
another
enough to get on a
XFL, AFL thing coming out? I saw a commercial during the Falcons game for something.
Yeah, the XFL's back, but I don't think they're playing this year. Are they playing this year?
I don't know.
I think they're still waiting another year.
There was some other advertisement during the Falcons
There's the
game.
USFL is coming back, but that's definitely another year away.
Also, who cares, man? We showed we can beat them. So
It's true.
Yeah. Well, we didn't beat him. He didn't play.
We beat his defense.
We beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we still put up more points against them than anybody else had.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that stat. That sounds accurate.
Yeah,
we put up 41, 42 points against them. They put up 40 against us, but all right. I think they averaged what they were scoring with him. We scored more points than they did. So
yeah, there's only so much time in a game,
by the John Madden rule of football, we win the game. So rip John Madden. Oh yeah, Ryan, did you have some breaking news you wanted for us about Dan Reeves?
Jesus
You're such a dick.
Look, I was 2 days late because I didn't pay attention to anything, and I dropped it in our chat that Dan Reeves had passed away because Dan Reeves is considered, one of the founders of our football program, and no one had said shit about it in our chat. And so
Everyone's
I dropped it in there.
hungover from fucking New Year's,
Nobody
dude.
said shit about it, so I dropped it in our chat, and I get sass from David. I get just immediate, like 2 days ago.
Bam.
Well, yeah, you said it on January 3rd.
Yeah,
on
you know what
1st.
though? Who posted it? Who dropped the news? You didn't drop the news.
No one posted about Betty White dying the day before that.
She didn't help found our program.
Do you not know that?
No, I know
Dan Reeves probably had.
We would know.
There's literally a story about Betty White in everything in the world. I'm sure she probably.
No,
she's
there's
200 years old.
Of Dan Reeves being an advisor when we were founding our program. Could have been our first coach. That was close. That was a thing. That was an option.
Do you think it would be better to have Dan Reeves than Bill Curry?
I don't think either one was probably the best answer, but I don't imagine we could have done much worse than Bill Curry.
I mean, outside of that, like a handful of games that first season, it'd be hard to be worse than what we were like those first 3 years. It was 3 years, right? He was there for a full 3 years.
Great man. Happy to have him. Proud to have him as part of our program. Probably should have just been like an honorary coach in the first game.
There you go.
I don't disagree with that at all. Yeah, I think Bill Curry, obviously, yeah, you can't say enough positive things about him as an individual, but I think as far as a head coach goes, the game had passed him at that point.
Yep.
And that's the polite way of saying it, I think. So, yeah.
That was very nice of you, David.
I'm a nice guy. People tell me that all the time. When I walk down the street, people like this. Hey, man, you're a nice guy. I'm like, you know what? Thank you. I think I am too.
You obviously don't know me.
We've obviously never met.
I was actually there was like a news article about, and this is stupid, but it was about the Gatorade bath that Sean Elliott got and how he got
a lot of ice. There was a lot of ice. There was a lot of ice in that Gatorade bath. A lot of ice in that.
Well, there was like a hug by one of the seniors, and he sort of like negotiated him so that he wouldn't be able to see it, And I was laughing because there's that old clip of the Bill Curry Powerade bath where he gets knocked unconscious. Remember, they like hit him in the back of the head, and he like crumpled, and it was like, oh my god. And that was news back then. So I'm like, oh man, how far we've come. 8 wins. We can give a proper Powerade bath without our coach falling over and almost dying.
Yeah, we finally have players that are taller than our coach, and I was there for a time when we had Trent Miles as a head coach. So
and that's easy. Man.
Yeah. He is the shortest wide receiver of all time.
All time. That's probably true.
Yeah, that at least it was it Indiana State. Indiana State was that where he was at, right?
Sycamores.
Yeah. Sycamores. Yeah. So on the quarterback topic, announced today, Marshall's quarterback just said, "Deuces, I'm out of here, guys."
Their starting quarterback.
And I don't know if he has. He's going to the transfer portal. I don't know if he's got our defensive end got with South Carolina, like they were kind of told you're going to be picked up somewhere else. So I don't know if he's going some P5 or whatever, or if he's just going to transition to another school. But he's like, Sun Belt, too tough for me. Can't handle this nonsense. I'm going to just see what the transfer portal holds for me.
And the Marshall fans on that Discord, I hate them so much. They remind me so much of like Lafayette fans and Trash Town South fans, and like how negative they are about, like, I mean, they were like, how dare they wish him the best? Like somebody wished him the best. How dare they wish him the best? It's like, what?
No, you do that. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think somebody, I don't know if it's the same guy or not, had a good point. Is like, if it's found that he was detrimental to the program and he takes off, then yeah, sure, go fuck the guy. But if he feels like this is probably not the place that's best for me right now, I gave it my all, and my all wasn't good enough. I need to go find my all somewhere else. Oh yeah. Wish the best. I mean, we say that all the time about players. Like Sam Pickney, I wish you the best. I hope you have a very Quad Brown. I hope you have a very, very successful career with the Skyhawks.
Killing it, the Skyhawks.
Yeah, I don't think you will.
Skyhawk
but,
sounds like
I'm
an
ex- I'm excited
1980s
for you that you
cartoon, like
think that.
afternoon cartoon, and I really want to watch it.
Isn't that the name of like the G League team or something for Atlanta?
It may be, yeah, the down there in Peachtree City or wherever it is.
Yeah, I feel like it
Yeah,
is.
because RJ was there for a half minute, wasn't he?
Yeah, it
No,
is.
that was he
College
was in
Park
College Park.
Skyhawks.
Yeah,
Boom.
College Park.
They have a cooler logo though.
I mean, they're in College Park instead of anywhere in Tennessee. So
that's a nasty looking Skyhawk.
Are there good looking Skyhawks and bad looking
Not
Skyhawks?
really.
What's a Skyhawk?
It's not a land hawk.
Are there like ground hawks?
There's a road runner,
ground
hawk. You know.
All right.
Trash hawks.
I'm trying to decide if I want to talk about this or not.
What is it?
So,
Grayson McCall?
I mean, do you guys care about that shit? Or do we have to talk about Grayson McCall?
We already did it.
We should do the positive news of the night.
What's the positive news tonight?
Malik Sumter's going to come back.
Oh, he's back. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Welcome back.
Win the Sun Belt Championship. That's what he writes in his
That was his
tweet.
message. Yeah, he's got one more thing to do, which is win a Sun Belt Championship.
If we would have, if the entire season plays out the exact same way as it did, and we'd beaten App State, which I know that was a blowout loss, but whatever. If everything plays out the exact same way and we beat App State, we would have been playing for conference championship in Lafayette against a team that we almost beat.
Right.
This season rematch. This season, like, so Ryan, I know that you hate the woulda, coulda, shouldas type things, and I love that kind of crowd. I love talking about what could have happened if this happened or that happened. Man, like this season is just littered with all of those. What if we'd beaten Auburn? What if we beaten Lafayette? If only we could have found a way to beat App State. Like this season could have been completely different. If
only we went 13-0, it would have been totally different.
If only we would have scheduled Georgia and Alabama and beat both of them. This could have been a real special season.
That's right. 15. Hey. If we went 15-0, oh my God, would have been crazy.
Next year.
No, not next year. 2025, baby.
You could do it next year too.
No. 2025.
We can be reigning champions when we go into 2025.
We called it. Come on, man. Guys, don't get greedy. Don't get greedy.
No, we got
the 2025 schedule includes, I think, Vanderbilt and Murray State on it. I don't know how that strength of schedule is going to work out for us unless we beat Murray State by like more than what Georgia Tech beat Colgate or whatever the hell it was.
Watch, Vandy starts turning into like Kentucky, like having a big string of like really good seasons. Murray State comes up and is like in their AAC or something.
They've transitioned in 1 year to the Big 12.
That's right. Like all of a sudden we're looking at it like, shit, this is our year.
We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
I think I'll save this for another podcast. I'm just kidding. I'll say it now. We have actually a pretty tough schedule next year with South Carolina, North Carolina, Army. That's not 3 easy wins anywhere. Although our fans think they're easy wins. I don't know why.
What? Who does?
Southern Carolina seemed like a easier win until they got this their quarterback Spencer Rattler transfer over there.
Yeah.
I mean that game was always going to be favored to the Gamecocks for
SEC
sure.
Team, man, they're always going to be tough. It's crazy to think.
But I think we're gonna bring a full bus this year. We're gonna overtake that stadium, and we're gonna walk away with a win. We're gonna come back to Atlanta, and the Tar Heels,
South Carolina.
Tar Heels are gonna come down to Atlanta, and we're gonna avenge that embarrassing loss that we had up there last year.
It was embarrassing.
And then we'll continue our tradition of beating Charlotte the following week. And I forget who we play in the 4th game.
Army.
Going to West Point. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So that's when we were on that Twitter thing with Thursday night and Ben and all them, like, they were like, it sounded like they were all like chest thumping already about North Carolina and South Carolina. I was like, what are you guys talking about? In what world do you guys live in? Like, yeah, I want to win that, and I will talk about how like we should win it and blah blah blah. But like, you guys believe it? It's weird.
Yeah, like the thing is, like, college football more so than any other sport, you can never believe in. You can never base next year's wins off of this year's wins
At all.
Like,
Yeah, that's right.
Because college football teams change so much.
Yeah,
from one year to the next.
Team goes away and is new.
Changes so much, and they went from us getting blown out by UNC to being like, well, we can go ahead and pencil in a win on this game here in Atlanta. I'm like, really?
No,
did you guys hand out drugs during this? I mean,
no. I mean, I was, but not them.
Ryan was checked out there in that entire thing. I was like, we were texting back and forth, and I'm like, hell, fuck those guys. They didn't listen to a word I said. And he's like, either was I.
Why don't you get your coach speak up? Come on, man.
Ryan was like, he's like, I'm so glad we don't do sports talk. And I'm like,
what are we doing?
What do we do? And then I messaged him. I was like, Ben's obviously eating right now, and he's like, I know. I was going to tell you that. Like, that's what we talk about. We talk about nonsense.
I was about to text him about how Ben was obviously eating, and he texted me that Ben was obviously eating.
Should have been like, I'm jealous. I'm gonna go make some mac and cheese.
I was also the naysayer. I was the one that was like sort of down on the program and sort of down on things. Like, I was like, whatever, man. Because they start talking about like recruiting Atlanta and how that's more important. And I said something about, I don't care where you get players as long as they're better than everybody else. And then Ben said like, well, if things aren't equal, then they should come from Atlanta. I'm like, that's not what I said. So
right. No.
Did you talk about Granger and your affinity for him?
Granger.
Yeah.
Granger. I did. I talked shit about Granger for sure.
Good.
But I gave him the kudos that he deserves for playing like an elite quarterback in the bowl game. But I was very adamant about like because they seem like, okay, now we have our quarterback. And I'm like, no. If Granger is our quarterback in game 1 next year, there's a problem. Something has gone wrong.
Yep. I agree with that completely. Based on what we saw this season and with everything, a new offensive coordinator coming in. If we start next season, like so, this past year, I was high as fuck on Quad Brown.
Yep.
I mean, I was saying the best compliment you could give to a starting quarterback, I was giving to Quad Brown. If Darren Granger's our starting quarterback next year, and this is no disrespect to Darren whatsoever at all, got it in there. But no, I have not a lot of faith in the team. Obviously, Darren has shown brilliance this season, but he's also shown a lot of like just didn't know what the hell he's doing. So now, if I would love to be proved wrong, if Darren can come in and perform at the Dan Ellington levels, if he could find a passing game like halfway as good as Nick Arbuckle, I want to call him Aaron Nick Buckle.
Nick Buckle.
I would love it. I would love it, but I don't think that I saw enough from him this year to think that he can be consistently put together 12 good games.
Yeah, I mean, if he could play the Camellia Bowl game every game all day.
I'll take. You know what? Here's the deal. I'll take
119th best passing game. Come on.
I'll take. I don't need every game to be that. I'll take like 8. I'll take 8 of those games.
Yeah, have your down games when we're playing a shit school like Trash Down South or something.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'll take 8 of those games and still be fine. I'll
also take I will take a $1 bet against anybody that we beat Coastal Carolina next year. Everybody.
We will beat them or not beat them.
We will beat them.
No, I'm not going to bet against us.
No.
I'll take the bet. I'll take the bet.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
You just bet against Georgia State. I don't get it.
No, he's betting against me. He's betting against me. He's like,
no.
No, I'm not. I think they're going to come back next year. And...
No, they're not going to be horrible. They're going to be worse than they were. This is going to be the worst decision. It's going to be the worst decision that Grayson McCall made was to come back. He's going to look like garbage this year.
Are they going to? Someone's like punctured the hole in Coastal Carolina, and they're just losing all the air.
Look at it. Coastal did not beat a team above 500 this entire season.
They did have
Well, they
the
did
cakewalk.
in the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't care about bowl games.
Finally, they did.
Bowl games are irrelevant.
I was really hoping they were going to lose that bowl game.
I hope they lose every game. I fucking hate them.
Well, yeah, the bowl
Guys,
game.
no.
No,
It's better that they won.
What's the coach's name? Chadwell? Is Chadwell the mullet guy over there? As long as he's head coach and as long as Grace McCall's, I hope they lose every fucking game.
Are they bad? Are they bad people? I don't even know.
Yeah, they actually. There's a big, huge 2020 primetime live story about how they do sacrificial sacrifices.
What do they sacrifice, David?
Pigs that have not grown big enough to actually turn into barbecue.
Oh, wait, so they just waste it? They just throw the pig away afterwards?
Yeah.
No. This is
See?
Whoa.
I knew where I could get you. I knew where I could get you.
God. These monsters.
I had one other thought that I had this week, and I'm not sure if it's worthy or not about something.
You only had one other thought this whole week.
I don't have a lot. They're very, very fragile thoughts. There's not a lot of them.
Wait, what about other sports? Is there anything going on?
No, the women's games all got canceled too. So all the women's basketball teams all got canceled too. So I'm not sure if you guys know, but I don't care a lot about the conference, right?
I think you love the conference, right?
Yeah, so I had this
SBC.
So I just thought, like, people were talking about, like, if we were to add more teams, like get to 16 or blah, 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 whatever. But that leads itself to like this Eastern Division break off, and then we now have the East teams all become their own conference. And I was wondering to myself how I would feel about this if we had a Marshall, Appy, Coastal State, Southern, ODU, JMU kind of conference all on its own, like how I'd feel about it. And I don't like it, but it becomes a pretty like just easy conference to kind of play in, like a pretty good team kind of conference to play in. But I was like, I just don't want the trash down south to be good. Like as long as they're bad, I'm okay. And it got me wondering what
every conference has their like Vandy's and Purdue's and
but Vandy that Ryan, you led right into it. So Vandy is still a very, very good academically, a good college. It's a very good university. Like it's a very, very brain school and everything. What P5 school is the worst athletically and academically? Because that's what I want the trash down south to be.
I mean,
I want them to be. No, I said P5 though.
P5 though, yeah.
What would be their P5 affiliation of like the worst athletic, the worst academic school? And I have no idea. I don't know enough about college football or college athletics and colleges in general to talk about it. But I'm kind of curious. What is the worst P5 school to be at?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough question.
I said Purdue. Is Purdue a good school? I don't know.
It's a good school, yeah.
I think if I was interviewing somebody and they went to Purdue, I would be like, oh, you're not horrible.
You're a train.
Like you can't get into Notre. You can't get Kentucky. Maybe not be like. Are they good at anything? I don't know.
They're good at basketball and football.
Oh, they're good at basketball. That's right. Fuck.
The football's been good the last couple of years.
They've been good for mediocre SEC.
They've challenged in the East.
Indiana. It's a good school though.
And they're good at basketball, aren't they?
I know they haven't. They actually haven't.
Did you guys watch Don't Look Up?
Not yet.
Oh yeah. So this is no spoilers, Tim, but like they make a comment that the astronomers come from Michigan State, and they go to the White House, and Jonah Hill's kind of like talking about whatever. I'm like, yeah, we're a PhD. Michigan State. He's like, Michigan State. Like, is that a real school? Like, we have no idea. It's like Michigan State actually has a really good astronomy program. Like, we're really, really good at this.
You're like, we're gonna check with our Ivy League people.
Jonah Hill's also playing like Jonah Hill in every fucking movie of all time. But
it was funny because it's his mom and he's the chief of staff.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, the FBI does not put bags over people's heads, but I made him do that because it was funny.
The CIA does.
That was in the trailer. That's pretty funny. Yeah.
No, it's. I would say it's an entertaining movie. It's the type of movie that I typically would not like, but I thoroughly enjoyed. I
Yeah.
thought it was good. Yeah, but there is a mid-credit scene. You got to stick around for the mid-credit scene.
I don't know
Ooh.
if I did.
Oh,
So you guys watched Don't Look Up. I forced myself to watch the first 3 Matrix movies.
Oh.
well, the
Oh, yeah,
first one is
Sorry
really
about the
easy.
third.
The
The
first
one's
one's
easy
great.
to watch. The first one's easy to watch.
Yeah. The first one's great. Every other one, I was like,
Were you priming yourself to watch the fourth one? Did you watch the fourth one?
not yet, but everyone says it's terrible. So that's like,
Yeah, I watched it. It wasn't. I don't think it was terrible, but it wasn't like
Right.
good.
Yeah, I will watch it. I will not go to the theater to watch it.
oh no, HBO Max. All the
So here's my theory about.
Oh, is it
Keanu
on
Reeves.
HBO Max?
yeah,
Yeah.
all of them are on it right now. You
Yeah.
can watch
Oh,
them all.
I didn't realize they put it out there.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
immediate. It was one of those day one.
Okay. Well, then I may watch it pretty soon then.
My theory about Keanu Reeves is he is only a good actor when he doesn't have any idea what's going on. So like Point Break, he has no idea what's going on. He's a really good actor. Matrix 1, he's doesn't know what's going on. He's a very good actor. Bill and Ted, he never really knows what's going on. He's a great actor. But as soon as you get to like Matrix 2 and 3, where he sort of like starts understanding everything, he kind of sucks again. Matrix 4 reintroduces Keanu Reeves not knowing anything about anything, and he's actually pretty good in it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, so unrelated but similar topic. Like there was like somebody took a picture of Tom Holland during one of the Spider-Man movies or Avengers movies. Who plays Spider-Man? And they said, does anyone else does anyone think it looks like that Tom Holland has no idea what's going on here? And Tom Holland replied and said, I had no idea what's going on there.
Fair.
I was like, so what you're saying is you're a bad actor because you literally just had your natural expression on your face.
That's a good actor.
No, he looked like he had no clues. He's like, because
I
he would have been
I
like,
still love that they like lie to him about stuff because he'll leak it.
I think they finally started giving him some shit. That they finally started letting him know. I think he's getting better.
Yeah, that's fair. Spider-Man's about to go crazy though. You know,
They're putting it up for best. They're putting it up for best picture.
It's really good. It's such a good movie.
I still gotta watch that too. I want to watch that in the theater. I don't want to watch it at home.
Every time I get anywhere near close Memorial Drive, my phone pops up and says that my ticket's still good to go watch the movie. My little Apple wallet thing, and I'm like, I wonder if it'll still work.
You just
but
go in.
But I don't think it will because I bought a ticket to some movie. I think honestly it was Venom, another Spider-Man movie, and my ticket from like the previous year's movie showed up when I got there on my little notification screen. And I'm like, here you go. And he scans. He's like, wait, are you seeing whatever movie? I'm like, no. He's like, this isn't working at all. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I never added it to my wallet. This is from 2 years ago.
Movie from 8 years ago.
It's a boring story. All right, we're 30 minutes into last call. We can go ahead and kill this.
Wait, what was the last topic? What were we going to bring up? Or did you already bring it up? Don't Look Up?
No, what is the
P5?
worst P5 athletic and academic school?
That's tough. I mean, worst athletic. I don't know. Tech could be up in the running.
Like if ECU
right
got
now.
added to if ECU
athletic
got added
only.
if ECU got added to Big 12, then when in the new realignment, it'd probably be ECU.
Yeah, we're not doing athletic only. That's the thing.
I know.
So,
academic part
like,
throws them out.
I feel like that's what happens with all the P5 programs. Like, you know, they fucking suck at football, but you know, they also put a lot of like doctors out in the world, like Vanderbilt and shit, or engineers, whatever, you know.
That's the thing. Tech is one of the better schools in the world.
That's why Tech has a problem about having athletic support here, is because all their fucking graduates go to Houston and Cape Canaveral and other places that have people.
Would Houston maybe be that school though? Like, are they great? Is that a good school?
Iowa State.
Well, they're not. Well, I guess they're moving into P5. But Houston, no, they played for the AAC's championship this year. They're good.
Yeah, Iowa State.
They're good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Iowa State. I don't
I don't
know.
know, man.
They're probably good
He
at basketball.
gave
who
us
knows?
homework. He gave us like some off-season
I
homework.
know this is tough, man.
We should all go look it up and see if we can find a better, worse team.
This is approaching Matrix level here.
So, like, you guys do that. We'll talk about it next time. I'll discuss your options that you figured out.
You will tell us why we're wrong on every team we pick, and
That's right.
and
That's right. But I will not have any school to input myself.
You'll have nothing to add to it whatsoever.
That's right.
Whatsoever at all.
Whatsoever at all.
You know what's going to happen, right? Big Game Boomer is going to tweet about this now.
Oh.
Do you think he listens? I doubt he listens.
I don't know. But this is something that he would tweet about. Like the worst. He or she or they. It could be the worst.
They well, I guess it could be multiple people.
It could be.
I don't like the gender neutral pronoun being they. Not to get too political. That's a plural pronoun or plural word, whatever.
Yeah, well, they don't like you either.
Very few people do. Very few people do.
I'm funny.
So.
You guys like my jokes.
We laugh at the fact that you made the joke, not the joke itself. So, all right. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.